Hi everyone, hope you're well. It's Sarah here from Provident. I wanted to take a look at the Renewals Console that Sugar have just released in their Winter 2020 update. So I've been playing around with it this morning. I thought I'd just do a quick video just so you can see what it includes and what it's got. So if I just log into Sugar first, what you'll see now is when we log in, as always, actually, there's always your dashboards. But typically, there's a new one here called the Renewals Console. And the Renewals Console basically shows you all of your customers or opportunities that are on subscription based. So let's say, for example, you sell either a support contract or 6 or 12-month licenses. You can now set those to recurring revenue within Sugar, and you can report on those and obviously get alerts and automations. But the main thing that drives this, or one of the changes that Sugar have made, is within products. So what you first need to do is actually set up if it is a subscription-based product. And how you do that is you go to admin, you go to your products as per usual. So if we scroll down here, we've got product catalog. We'll create a new product for the purposes of this video. So you can see firstly all of the products that we've currently got here. But if I go ahead and create a new one. So let's just call this, we will call this just user license. Obviously, if you're selling any software licenses, obviously all of the information here, as you can see, is pretty much the same as was. But what you'll notice now is there's some tick boxes here. So is it a service or is it renewable? So in this case, yes, it's a renewable service. What's the duration of this? You can choose. So as you can see, I just typed in 12 there, but you can choose if this is to be 12 years, months, or days. And obviously you can choose any number within this box here. We can go down and then obviously add the price in. So let me just pop a price in here. Obviously the date that I put the price in, just so we can compare cost prices at a later date if we really want to. For now, I'm just going to keep them all the same. Okay, so we've got information here, obviously a description. So if you have the description box on your quotes that pulls through, then you may wish to put a description in here. So I'm just going to put a 12-month user license, whatever. You can put some more information in if you wish. And if there's obviously a support that goes with that, then you can add that in here. So I'm going to hit save. So I'm happy with that product. So there are the differences there. So what the theory of this is when you create the opportunity and you win that opportunity, providing that you've selected that product, which is a renewable service, a new opportunity will automatically calculate and be created for the renewal. So whether you've put 4 days, 4 months, a year, or 2 years, you'll have a new opportunity sat at the prospecting stage in your pipeline for that amount of time in the future. So let's, before we go there, let's have a look at the Renewal Console dashboard. So that's the first step. Make sure you've got your renewable products in the catalog. So here's the Renewals Console. So you can see your usual dashboards as planned activity, pipeline, active tasks, and things like that. Of course, you can edit this. But the new areas we have here, accounts. So what this is basically showing us is a list of all of our accounts. And what we'll see here is information such as date of their next renewal. This has been a wee bit slow. I think it's because of the video here. So you can see here, Calm Sailing Inc. We can see that the date of their next renewal is in 24 days. We can see the revenues, service level tiers. You can customize all of this as well. So depending on what you want to see here. If I click on this one, the screen then splits and then we get some smaller dashlets or tiles. So firstly, you get the account overview. So it saves you going to the account tab. You can flick between contacts, opportunities, and obviously any quotes. So here you can see, obviously, we've got the support contract that we won in January this year. And then we've got another one that's sat for close renewal in January 2022. That's because of the auto creation of the new opportunity, which we're going to go through. Here we've got active subscriptions. So these are the active contracts that we currently have. So we've got a technical support one here that's due to expire in 23 days. we've got hardware support expires in 4 months, and then end user support expires in 2 years. You get a full interaction dashlet here as well, so you can see what, how many times they've been called, what interactions have they had. So that's obviously if you select the account. So if we just get rid of this and then we go on to the opportunities one, this is more around obviously the opportunity information. Again, a similar list view layout, but what you're able to see is all of the opportunities, and you can filter this list and you can sort it. So I've got mine filtered to say, show me all opportunities, renewal opportunities that are not closed won or closed lost, and sort it by expected close date. So I've got those filters set as standard. So you can see obviously a whole list of all of the opportunities down here, obviously any lead sources and things like that. So what we'll actually do is we'll find one that we'll go to, and I can show you how the automatic opportunity creation works. So what we'll do is we'll go to this one here, XYZ funding support contract. Obviously it's due for renewal in a year, but we'll click into that one here. Here you can see support contract, likely, best, worst, all of the information that you would putting on the opportunity and that Sugar's looking at. Obviously the account information, there's no opportunity interactions here, and there's no information on the comment log. So what we'll do is we'll actually go to the opportunity. So we're going to go to the parent opportunity, and by doing that, I'm going to click that blue hyperlink there. Once I've clicked this, it will take me to the opportunity, as you can see here. We can see it's already closed one. And we can see that we have the service contracts that we closed one on the 14th of February, and we can see that information there. So if I go to the actual account, XYZ funding, it just takes a moment. Okay, great. And then what we can see under here is the opportunity that we won. And then obviously there's a new one here for this time next year. That's because it's a renewal opportunity. So let's go ahead and create another one. We'll create one for the user license product that we just created. So I'm using revenue line items here. So I'm just going to call this user license 12 months. Obviously you should be familiar with opportunities, so you can go ahead and input all of this information as usual if you want to put the lead sources in, etc. Now we come down to my revenue line items. Let me just move this out the way. So under our revenue line items, we now get to pick what products we want in here. So here's the product catalog. So this is always, this has been here for a while now. So if I just click user license, upon clicking that, it will populate my revenue line item. Great. When do I think it's going to close? We're just going to put the 10th of February, just for this sake here. There's the price, the best, the worst, what's the sales stage. That'll do. And then we should be able to put a quantity over here. So let me go ahead and pop that in there. And we're going to say 10 of these. Okay, that's all of my information. You can see, because I've selected the product from the catalog, we can see that it's got an end date, and we can see the duration. Oh, in this case, it's 12 years. Okay, I must have put it in for 12 years in the catalog, but you can see it's going to calculate that time. So if I go ahead and save, we now have an opportunity against XYZ funding that we are working with. Let's just say that we've quoted them, they've come back and they've said, yes, we'd like to go ahead. I'm now going to close that opportunity, and you can then see how the time calculation works, so that it does another opportunity for 12 years time. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to edit the revenue line item, because that's the product that they've gone ahead with. So we're going to go close to one. Of course, obviously in between all of this, you've got your quotes and everything, so you can do all of that. And the total for this is 7680, and we're going to hit save. So I've closed one, the revenue line item, which you see automatically changes the opportunity status to closed one as well. So if I now go back to the account, we should see another opportunity for 12 years time, which would be the renewal opportunity. And then of course this will all go straight into your forecasting and report. There we go. So there's another opportunity automatically created. We can see it's in progress, and it's due on the renewal date of when this one expires. So on the 7th of February 2032, we will see a new opportunity there that we will be working with. And of course, it will also appear in our Renewals Console. So around that time, depending on how you've got these parameters set up, whether it's 7 days before or 3 months before, you will see that opportunity here. And of course, using Sugar's BPM, you can set up other alerts to the customer or to the business development executive. So I hope that's been useful. If you've got any suggestions or questions, just let me know. And yeah, I'll be back soon with more videos on the latest releases. Bye.